What's going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to Little Bit Man Gaming, bringing you, as I said in the last video, the review for Superman and Lois episode 2 called Heritage. First things first, you can hit that like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification button. Also, I greatly appreciate it. We got to go 100 subscribers, so those who are not subscribed, subscribe and do all the great things I just mentioned. Those who are subscribed, keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just hit some likes and share. Yeah, because we got to go to 100 subscribers. I would love to accomplish that goal. With that being said, let's get into it. Here's a synopsis for Heritage. While adjusting to their new lives in Smallville, Lois and Clark make an important decision concerning one of their sons. Tensions begin to rise between Lois and Morgan Edge. Lana Lane Cushing invites the Kent family over for a barbecue. So, yeah, so they're still, in this episode they're still adjusting, but it seemed like at least in the beginning everything's on good terms. Yeah, right. It just seems like everything is fine-handed. That they still got the looming threat of who is this mystery person, but we do find out that this mystery person is, in fact, Captain Luthor, who I'm guessing is Lex Luthor from an alternate Earth, who I guess is displayed on this Earth that he was never evil, but I will get to that in a minute. The episode opens with Luthor searching for kryptonite on Earth. Right, he's looking for kryptonite to keep using in his battle against Clark. He goes to this. He tracks it down to this warehouse. I think it's in Russia, and when he gets there, he finds out that the kryptonite is not there, and the dude that he left alive to open the vault tells it that they haven't had kryptonite in a long time. He gets mad and attacks the last dude standing. Clark. Then we got Clark taking Jordan to the Fortress of Solitude while Lois goes on an expose mission to find out what's going on with Morgan Edge and what he's really doing in Smallville. And I'm trying to figure out what is the Jonathan. We got Jonathan who's basically had to go to school, and they kind of sowing the seed. I have forgot what I put there in my notes, but Jonathan basically is kind of, I want to say he's kind of starting to sow the seeds of jealousy for not being the special one. But yeah, he's starting to bear the brunt of what happened in the last episode with Jordan kissing Lana's daughter who he didn't know had a boyfriend. But they don't let him go to school. They tell him that Jordan can't go to school because of his powers, and they don't want his powers. They don't want to let him go to school until he gets his powers in check. So that's why they're taking him to the fortress. Jordan there meets his AI grandfather and learns the history of Krypton. Jonathan, he gets picked on by Sean. I think that's his name. Sean is the boyfriend that's angry at his brother for kissing his girlfriend. On the football team, you even found out that they purposely made sure that he didn't get the playbook just because. Lois does attend the city hall meeting, and once he hears Morgan Edge's uh, thought process and his plans for the town to revitalize the town and bring jobs back to the town and save the town, she knows that it's a full of crap, so she speaks out against it. And once Morgan Edge, instead of like, I guess he like purposely, instead of like trying to go full ahead because of Lois' concerns, he like kind of puts his plans on pause for them to convene about, since Lois had all these concerns, which she faces backlash for, because she even brings up a previous town that Morgan Edge tried to save, and how it backfired. So it kind of made bring into question, and kind of made people wonder if what she said is true. I'm trying to see. What's his name? Captain Luther attacks again. Clark is called to stop him, and as they was fighting, he's getting the upper hand. He's getting ready to basically beat Captain Luther, but then Clark hears in the distance a bomb ticking on Captain Luther's ship, and that he says, "I know you hear it," and that you have to make a choice: either stop me and end all this, or let my ship crash into Metropolis, blowing everybody up, or stop the ship and let him get away. And Clark, knowing that Clark knows that he don't want nothing to happen to Metropolis, so he basically he chooses to stop the ship and cast the ship into space, which blows up and for a minute, knocking Clark unconscious. The explosion, the wave of the explosion knocks Clark back to Earth, and he wakes up in the he wakes up immediately after hitting and landing, wondering how he knew about his weaknesses. I'm trying to see what else was happen. I talked about the city being destroyed. They go back after Jonathan. After one day and the fortune of him learning about his Kryptonian heritage, they take Jordan back to the fortune to be tested, but the artificial intelligence version of Clark's father, or kal-el's father, his Kryptonian father, tells him that that Jordan's powers are not as strong as Clark's, and that his body cannot hold the radiation like charge they get from the sun to sustain his powers permanently and on command, and that he will never be as powerful and as strong as Clark, which angers Jordan. The kids, in the argument, Jordan comes back home. He's upset, and Lois tries to console him and ask him what's going on. What's happened, and she says he found out that he's not as special as as everybody thought he was. He's just as bad. And Jonathan picks a fight with Jordan, saying, "Oh, the baby Superboy can't having a fit again." They get into an argument, and Jonathan reveals his anger for the fact that he gave up everything. He gave up his life with his girlfriend in Metropolis, their home and everything to help him, and not once nobody realized that what he's going through, and he's revealed that what he's going through, that he's being picked on in school by Lana's daughter's boyfriend, because Superboy, as he called him, kissed his girlfriend, and that the reason why he didn't get his playbook for football was because they purposely held it for him. The kids purposely held it from him just to screw him over with and to pick on him more. They didn't want to go to the barbecue because of the anger, but Lois forced them to as a family because they was invited as a family. So that's what they need to do. That's the whole reason why they came, moved to Smallville, but so they could be closer as a family and they could be there more and fix the problems that they was having. They go to the barbecue. They kind of try to be normal. You see Lana kind of flirts with Clark a little bit. Kind of possibly she's a storyline set up where she's kind of refilling those feelings from Clark again. Kyle, Lana's husband, gets into an argument with Lois about the jobs. I'm trying to see, which he reveals that some money is better than no money. He looked into what she mentioned at the town hall meeting about the other states that other cities that Morgan has helped and other states, and he realized that she was right about what happened, but she was wrong that some money is better than no money, and they shouldn't try to unionize and try to get more money because it would have made he wouldn't have no profit, and that's what he said, like some money is better than no money. Sam scolds Clark for telling Jordan and Jonathan about him really being Superman, and that he is never gonna have a normal life, and that he sees the toll of the truth that it takes on Lois, and now he said now you did it to the kids as well. Now you're gonna force them to go through the same thing that Lois is going through, and that the base got attacked again by Luther. Luther attacked the base. He's looking for kryptonite. He makes contact with Sam, and I'll get to the reason why that's a big revelation. He talks to Sam like he knows Sam, and he gives him like almost like an army, his Earth's version of an army necklace, which is in the shape of Superman's chest symbol. Superman's attacks and beats his mother, only to find out that he wasn't even in the suit, but it was an android in his suit this time around. Lois' article the article that she wanted to publish about Morgan Edge got changed by Morgan Edge into like a fluff piece that paints him in the light of good instead of the light of evil. Lois gets upset about it and confronts Morgan Edge about it to the point where she realized that every time she writes an article, if it's not what Morgan Edge likes, he's gonna keep changing it. So Lois gives in her resignation, and Krista Daly planning to work at the Gazette, which is the local paper in Smallville. They end up allowing Jordan to go to school, as long as they gave him a little beeper that Clark could hear in case anything goes wrong. Clark could get to him fast. Clark also found that the reason why there's a shortage of kryptonite is because Sam's been finding the kryptonite all around the world and stockpiling it. He claims to protect Clark. I think, yeah. And then we get like a flashback revealing that Clark on Captain Luthor's Earth wasn't so nice after all. He was kind of a dick and an evil overlord. There's a nice little nod to the suit he wears. I won't tell you what type of suit he wears, but I just say he wears a cool suit that goes with the character. And we see why Luthor hates Clark, because on this Earth, the roles, it's like almost like the Injustice Earth where Luthor is a good guy and Clark is basically a dick bad guy. Yeah, and we see that Luthor was actually in the army with his Earth's version of Sam Lane, and that's why he talked to Sam like he knew him. And so that we got a bigger picture of why Colonel Luthor hates Clark. But yeah, that's it. I'll give this an 8.5 big ups just because it was a cool episode. It puts a lot of stories. It did a lot of things. And the only gripe I have with the episode is that we still don't have no mention of why or how the anomaly of Crisis on Infinite Earth gave Clark two sons. He's still acting like he always had two sons, which he never really did. But other than that, this episode was cool, and I had no other than the lack of Crisis Fallout mentioning, I have no problems with it. I left some things vague. I might have not said some things just because I want you to see the episode. But yeah, that was it. That's all I got. Short video, shorter than the Flash video because there was a lot to unpack in the Flash. But yeah, I like the episode. I'm gonna continue watching Superman and Lois because it feel like it's just a very good show, and I have nothing else to talk about. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Appreciate y'all who watch the videos. Appreciate y'all who subscribe. Just need y'all who are not subscribed to subscribe and hit that like, share, and notification button. Till the next video, peace.